Hi there, welcome to Interwoven Studio. My name's Claudia, and today I'm going to show you how to do this little macrame square knot wall hanging. In today's tutorial, you're going to use two different colors of cord. If you like, you could do this all in the same color. I'm using for the inside color this Dusty Rose in 4mm single strand. The cut lengths are 4 by 50 centimeters, 4 by 60 centimeters, 4 by 80 centimeters, and 2 by 100 centimeters. So for the outside, or the working cord, the one I'm actually tying the knots with, I'm using 4mm single strand cord. I have these cut at 2 lengths at 1 meter, 2 lengths at 1.2 meters, 2 lengths at 1.6 meters, and 1 length at 2 meters. For this project, you will need a dowel and some scissors, and a few other tools that will make your life easier but aren't absolutely necessary: some forceps, some fabric glue, a cutting mat, and a rotary cutter. And to comb out your fringe, a dog brush and/or a comb. All the materials are also listed in the description below. So the first thing we're going to attach to the dowel are the two 100 centimeter lengths of the pink cord. You want that folded in half equally. Then we want to attach that cord with the lark's head knot to the dowel in the middle of the dowel. So take your cords around the back, pull them over the top, down, and then through the opening. Take another 100 centimeter length and attach it with the lark's head knot right next to the one you just attached. Now I'm taking my white cord, the one that's 2 meters long. I'm folding it in half equally. Take the looped end of that cord and I put it behind all 4 pink cords, and now do square knots. So take the left cord over to the right side, take the right cord over the top of that one, around the back, behind all those 4 cords, and then through that opening and pull that through. This time we'll take the right cord, go over all those 4 cords, take the left cord over top of that cord, around the back of all the 4 pink cords, and then through that opening, and tighten that. If you'd like a more in-depth tutorial on the square knot, see the link in the description below. If you count the loops on the side, I have 13 from here to here. So that's 13 square knots. Now I'm taking one of my 80 centimeter lengths of my pink cord and attaching it to the dowel with the lark's head knot. Take your second 80 centimeter length and attach it right next to the one you just attached. And now attach 2 more to the right of the square knots. And now I'm taking one of my cream cords that are 1.6 meters in length, folded in half. I'm taking the looped end and doing the same thing I did with the square knots here. So take it behind the 4 cords and start doing square knots. At the end of this column, you're going to have 10 of these loops, or 10 square knots. So I've done 10 square knots, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side with the other 1.6 meter length. So you can see how everything's lining up there. Next, I'm attaching a 60 centimeter length pink cord with the lark's head knot, and another one next to it, and then 2 more on the other side. Now I'm taking my 1.2 meter length of cream cord and doing square knots. So this time I've done 7 square knots, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So now I'm going to attach one of my 50 centimeter lengths of pink cord folded in half with the lark's head knot, and another one next to it, and then 2 more on the other side. Now with one of my 1 meter cream lengths folded in half, I'll do square knots. So I did 4 square knots this time, and I'll do the same thing on the other side. So this is how it's looking so far. I'm going to turn the wall hanging around and show you how I hide these cords. So now we're at the back side of our wall hanging. What I'm going to do is take one of these cords. I have these forceps that are really easy to pull cord through. going to take them, put them in behind these 2 loops, open the end, grab the end of the cord, hold these, and just pull that through. I'll do the same thing with this other end. Now I'll take some scissors and I'll just cut those ends off. So these are quite secure as they are, but I'm still going to glue it. I have some fabric glue here. I'll just put a little dab on each end. And now do that same process with all these other cords. So this is how it looks with all the cords tucked in. To tuck those cords in, you could also just use a crochet hook or your fingers. I do find the forceps the easiest thing to use though. So now I've placed my wall hanging on a flat surface. Now I'm going to cut the fringe and comb out the fringe. For this I like to use a cutting mat. So to cut my fringe, I like to use a rotary cutter. It's really easy. You could also just use a pair of scissors. And I'm going to make each length from the bottom of the square knots to the bottom of my fringe 4 of these squares long. That makes it really easy for me to measure. And for me, these are each 1/2 inch. 4 of them would be 2 inches, or in my world, for metric, 5 centimeters. So just so I don't accidentally cut these ones, I'm going to push them out of the way. I have the bottom of my square knot lined up with this line. Then I'm going to go 4 down, and I'm just going to cut a straight line right here. So I'll take my next one, I'll line it up with this line, and then I'll go 4 down again, and I will cut them. So I'm going 4 down again, 4 down again, so you could just leave it like that, or you could comb out the fringe. So I'm going to use my dog brush to comb out the fringe, and then I use my comb to get closer up to the top, and I just do that with all of them. So here's the one we just did, and here's one I did earlier, and I kept the fringe a bit longer, so that's another option for you. You can leave that fringe as long as you like. You could even cut these cords longer than I have in the material list, and you could have really long fringe. If you want to learn how I hang my wall hangings, see the link below for the constrictor knot. That's the tutorial I made on how I do this. I hope you got value from this tutorial today. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know in the comments below.